Today, I have come to you with one of the greatest movies ever. This movie is filled with fear, suspense, non-stop action in every moment, and advanced modern technology. So, take your time and start watching the movie carefully. The movie begins on a planet of the predators. There, we see two brothers fighting each other. But this is not a real battle, it is only a training session. The younger brother is much smaller and weaker, so he cannot defeat his elder brother and eventually loses. This young predator is the weakest on the entire planet. His name is Dek. Dek's father is the king of this planet. Because his younger son is so weak, the king becomes extremely angry and decides to punish him. Dek's main goal is to kill a deadly creature named Callus. However, this creature is incredibly powerful. Dek's elder brother tries many times to convince him that this mission is impossible. Even Dek's father is afraid of Callus. Later, Dek's father arrives at the scene. After coming, he imprisons Dek and orders Dek's elder brother to kill him. But Dek's elder brother loved him deeply. Instead of killing him, he secretly sets Dek free. To save his life, he locks Dek inside a spacecraft and sends him toward the dangerous planet. When their father discovers this, he becomes furious and starts a direct battle with the elder brother. Eventually, the father kills him. From inside the spacecraft, Dek witnesses everything but cannot escape because the doors are locked. Right before his eyes, his father kills the brother he loved the most. Soon, Dek's spacecraft automatically activates and begins its journey toward the mysterious planet. Since Dek is not secured properly, a sudden impact throws him hard, and he loses consciousness. The spacecraft then loses control and begins a crash landing on the planet. At that moment, Dek regains consciousness. Acting quickly, he uses a small escape ship to save his life and lands on the planet. However, this planet is filled with deadly dangers. Even the smallest insects here are capable of killing. Dek places his weapons on a rock, unaware that it is actually a monstrous carnivorous plant. One by one, the plant steals all his weapons and attacks Dek, trying to kill him. Using all his strength, Dek fights the deadly plant and barely manages to survive. After that, he treats his wounds using herbal plants. But by mistake, he picks up a strange insect. This insect acts like an atomic bomb, exploding upon contact with any living being. Dek realizes the danger just in time and throws the insect far away. Once again, Dek survives by a narrow margin. After that, Dek continues walking deeper into the jungle. After some time, he suddenly enters a beautiful flower garden. But Dek does not know that these flowers are actually deadly traps. As soon as anyone comes close to them, sharp thorns are fired, and if those thorns touch a living being, the victim slowly loses consciousness. Fortunately, a synthetic robot is present there. The robot's name is Thea. From above, Thea observes Dek and warns him. She tells him that if he goes deeper into the flower garden, the thorns will explode and pierce his body, causing him to lose consciousness. After that, a dangerous bird will attack Dek and devour him. Thea says to Dek, "Free me, and I will help you." But by then, Dek has already stepped inside the garden. The bird, which had been waiting for this moment, stays hidden nearby. Suddenly, Dek picks up a stone and throws it into the flower garden. Instantly, the flowers begin to explode one after another. Dek starts running to save his life. However, one sharp thorn pierces into his body. Slowly, Dek begins to lose consciousness. At that moment, he realizes that if he does not free the robot Thea now, he will die there. With no other option left, Dek makes a final decision and fires a bullet toward the robot Thea. At that moment, the synthetic robot uses a blade to cut her restraints and frees herself. Before the bird can attack Dek, Thea quickly kills the creature. After some time, Dek slowly regains consciousness. But Dek is not an ordinary being. His kind never bows to anyone, and they do not consider anyone a friend. However, Dek notices that the signal light on his arm is destroyed, and he does not recognize anything on this planet. Unable to decide what to do, Dek finally chooses to take Thea with him. The reason is simple: Thea arrived on this planet long ago and knows everything about it. Thea explains that humans sent her and other robots to this planet to kill a creature named Callus and collect samples from its body. Whenever any part of Callus is cut off, it instantly regenerates. Humans wanted to give this regenerative power to themselves, which is why these synthetic robots were sent. However, they failed to defeat Callus. During the battle, Thea was separated from the others and lost one of her legs. Thea also has a sister, whose name is Tisha. After that, Dek carries Thea and moves toward a place where help might be found. On the way, they encounter some dangerous creatures that spit acid from their mouths. But the synthetic robot Thea knows how to calm them. She gives them a little food, and the creatures become peaceful. Seeing this, Dek feels happy. He then takes Thea into a jungle and ties her to his body. As evening falls, they finally take shelter inside a cave in the mountains. But Thea never stays quiet, she keeps talking non-stop. Soon, morning arrives. Meanwhile, Tisha takes several robots with her and repairs herself using a murder vat. After being fully repaired, she sets out with her soldiers and reaches the crash site of Dek's spacecraft. There, she collects all of Dek's abandoned weapons. On the other side, Dek continues walking and reaches an open field. Inside the field, a giant monster is grazing. Seeing it, Dek says, "I will kill it." As soon as he moves to attack, a small creature suddenly appears. At first, it looks weak, but in reality, it is extremely powerful. Seeing this creature, the monster becomes frightened and runs through the tall grass. Dek tries to follow, but he cannot enter the grass because it is incredibly sharp, sharper than glass on Earth. Instead, Dek runs by jumping across the trees. Eventually, Dek reaches the monster and throws his sword at it. The monster is sliced into two pieces. From the jungle, the small creature, named Bat, watches everything. Suddenly, an even larger monster appears and grabs Dek. It is about to eat him and pulls Dek into its mouth. At that exact moment, Bat jumps into the monster's mouth. Bat's body is so strong that the monster's teeth break upon biting him. In pain, the monster releases Dek. Seeing this, Dek realizes that Bat does not want to harm him, it wants to protect him. Dek then saves Bat. Bat says, "I will hunt this creature. Let's see who can hunt first." Dek does not accept the challenge. However, Bat makes a mistake and gets caught by the monster. Immediately, Dek rushes in and kills the monster. After that, he cuts off some parts of the creature and starts eating. Dek moves straight toward Callus. The terrifying Callus steps forward, ready to kill. In the next moment, an impossible war is about to begin. right finger to watch the rest of this brutal battle. Don't miss the next episode. Subscribe to the channel now.